What stage are we at? Like I said, no market goes straight up, and if it had continued the way it was, all the easy money guys, the speculators, jump in at the get rich quick people. Those people almost never get rewarded. They jump in and out of things, and they lose. There has to be a shakeout to have a healthy bull market. If it continued going, the blow off top, the peak, would be a lot sooner and a lot lower. It's going to go far, far higher because of this healthy shakeout that we've got. And what was the second half of the question? What are the catalysts?
The catalyst. What's the story? We talked a moment ago.
Well, there's going to be a currency crisis in this decade, I believe, before this decade is done. If not, it would be soon after that, but I'm pretty sure that it has to happen before 2020. Gold is a crisis hedge more than, people think it's a hedge against inflation. It's not. We can have a deflationary episode and gold will still do really well. And what you see today is the world's central banks are trying desperately to stave off deflation, and there's nothing that they can do about it. Keynesians think that you can, I interviewed Steve Forbes a little while back, and he said, when you take your coat and at a restaurant or something, and you take it to the coat check, and they issue you a claim check, the Federal Reserve thinks that the more claim checks you print, the more coats will appear. And it's just not that way. And so there's really nothing that they can do about it. Gold and silver were fundamentally undervalued. They were manipulated before 1971. You had a fixed gold price of $35 an ounce, yet it was being measured in a unit of currency that they could print unlimited quantities of. And so, that's my answer.
That's great. And Ed, do you want to comment on a catalyst as well, or what you see playing out?
Certainly, thank you. We already have the catalysts in place. They already exist. We have a U.S. dollar, which is being artificially propped up in the marketplace at the 80 level. We have a bond market that is absolutely gone supernova. If you want to know what a bubble is, the U.S. bond treasury market is a bubble. They're keeping the stock markets artificially elevated. They want to crash and burn. The bond market would like to do the same thing. And the Federal Reserve and all the banks are desperately trying to keep everybody in the paper game. So the catalysts already exist, and like Jim Rickard said, and like Mike just said, now there's going to be a currency crisis coming up here, whether it be a dollar crisis or what it is. And that will be the deciding factor in how far gold goes and when it does go. But the catalysts already exist. And if the Federal Reserve and the bullion banks weren't sitting on the price, they would have done its thing a long time ago, and which it desperately wants to do now.
Thank you.